Hello everyone, welcome to the video. So in this video we will be going to learn how we can swap two values in the array. So the problem is this is was our array and I want to swap two values, any two values. Okay, suppose I want to swap this 3 with the 5. Okay, swapping means this 3 will comes at the place of 5 and this 5 will come at the place of 3. Okay, after swapping my resultant array would look like this. Okay, at 3 I will be putting 5. Okay, and at 5 I will be putting 3. Okay, so remaining elements positions will remain same. Okay, 2 will be at its previous position, 1 will be at its previous position, but these elements get swapped with each other. Okay, so before explaining the solution, I want you guys to think about the approach of this problem for some time and then come to the video again. Okay, so I hope you guys have come up with some approach in your mind. So let me explain that how we can solve this problem. So first approach that may comes to a beginner, that we will at array of so let me write indexes 0 1 2 3. So first approach that comes to your mind will be that at array of 1 I will be putting array of 3, and at array of 3 I will be putting array of 1. Okay, so this will exchange the values. Okay, so let us see how this will work. At array of 1 I am putting array of 3. Okay, which is 5. Okay, so here my array will look something like after this line my array will look something like 2 5 1 5. Okay, at array of 3 I am putting array of 1. So now don't watch this array because my after changing after applying this operation my resultant array looks something like this. Okay, so now at array of 3 I am putting array of 1. Okay, let me write indexes. At array of 3 I'm putting array of 1, which is 5. Okay, so this is the final array that comes after this approach. So what happens here after this operation na, I have lost my value which was previously at first index. Okay, which was previously at first index, because 5, when I put the 5 at the place of 3 na, so it overrides the value and 3 will be gone and 5 comes at the place of 3. But I need 3 na, but I need 3 in my this step. Okay, in this step I need 3, but 3 has already been lost in this you know line. So what is the solution, okay, of this problem? The solution will be, let us put this 3. Okay, let us store this 3, that means array of 1, in some temporary variable. Okay, so that whenever we need this array of 1 we can use this temporary variable. So let me take one example, real. So I mean to say that suppose these are some containers. Okay, that is my first container, this is my second container, and here are my first is a green colored ball and second one is purple colored ball. Okay, I say I say to you guys that put this pink ball in this first number container and put this green color ball in second number container, and my condition is when you put balls, okay, the container should be empty. Okay, suppose before putting this pink color ball in green, this first container, it should be empty first. Okay, so what I will do, so I will take some another container. Okay, suppose this is my temporary container, okay, which I will use whenever I need. Okay, so what I will do, I will put the first na green ball in this temporary container. Okay, okay, so I put this green ball in temporary container, and now my first container is empty, and now I will be able to put this pink ball in this first container. So pink ball comes here, and this second will become empty. Second container will become empty. Okay, so here I wanted a green ball, na? So now I can take this green ball from this temporary container. Okay, so with the help of this temporary container, I will be able to swap the balls. Okay, so similarly in the program also you can take some temporary variable. Okay, so you can think of this container as some variable. Okay, temporary variable which I will be using for swapping the values. Okay, this is a helping container, you can say. Okay, helping container. So what I will do, suppose I want to swap 3 and 5 now. So I will take some temporary variable, and in that I will, so at temp I will put array of 1. Sorry, because array of 1 there is 3, and at array of 1, what I need to put, what I need to put, now my array 1 becomes empty now, because the value at array of 1 is now being stored in this temporary variable. So now I will be able to put value in this array of 1. Okay, at array of 1 I want array of 3, and now at array of 3 I can put temp variable. Okay, so my temp will be holding 3 now. So this is the helping container which will be using, which we will be using in this third step. Okay, so previously what we were doing, we were putting here array of 1, but array of 1 will get lost in this step. Okay, so we take some another variable temp. Okay, that is a helping container which will be holding array of 1. So that's why, so now array of 1, at array of 1 we can put array of 3, that is 5, and array of 3 we can put the temporary value, that is 3. Okay, so now at array of 1 comes 5, and at array of 3 comes 3. Okay, so this gives a correct solution. Okay, so let me write the program for it. So new class swap, so let me make some array, new arr. uh, so I will initializing my values here only. Okay, so this is also, you can put the values in array. So my array looks something like this. I want to swap array of 1 with the array of 3. So first of all I will put my array of 1 in some temporary variable, and now I can put array of 2 at array of 3 at array of 1. And now at array of 3 with what will come, that temporary variable. Okay, so now let us try to print the array. Instead of printing the whole array, let me print the values only. So previously at array of 1, so after the swapping, let us see what will be the values at array of 1. Values after swapping are, and here I will add values before swapping. So if I run this, uh, let me put some space here. So if I now run this, so values before swapping are, so values before swapping are 2 and 4, and values after swapping are 4 and 2. Okay, so this is how we can perform swapping. Okay, so now I want that instead of swapping here, I will write some function. Okay, that will be swapping my array of 1 with array of array of 1 with array of 3. Okay, so let me create this function. So in the function I will write the same logic, and I equals to j equals to temp. Okay, so let us see if this function will be able to swap the values or not. If I run this, so here you can see that values are not being swapped. So why this is happening? So this is very interesting thing, okay, and very important thing also, that the logic is same, okay, but I have put that logic in some separate function, but that function is not able to swap the values. Okay, so why this is happening? So let me come to OneNote, and here I will first of all let me copy or paste the program this much, and here I will paste. So what is happening here? So let me explain with the help of making stack and function frames. So main function will come and sit here in the first frame. So inside main there is our array, and printing statements, and swap function is there, where we are passing values. Array of 1, that is 2, and array of 3, that is 4. Okay, and now this swap function, when this swap function will be called, immediately the another function will be made at the top of the stack. Okay, so swap function will come here. um, okay, and here is our temporary variable in which I will be getting stored. This is I and this is j. Okay, in temp I have 2, and in I have j, that is 4. Okay, so in j I have temp, that is 2. Okay, so here my I becomes 4 and my j becomes 2. But when but this I and j values are limited to this function frame only. Okay, in this function frame only. When we are printing here we are printing the values here, but here the values will be of array of 1 and array of 3 will be 2 and 4 only. So that's why when we will print after swapping So the changes will not be reflected in this main function. Okay, I mean to say that uh, we are making changes to the values in this function frame only, which will not be visible in this main function. Okay, when we will print na values after swapping are array of 1 and array of 3. Array of 1 and array of 3 are still 2 and 4 here respectively. Okay, swapping is made only here in this function frame. Okay, so what is the solution to this problem? Okay, values are getting swapped, though values are getting swapped, but they are limited to the swap function only. Okay, the changes are not getting visible in the main function. So what we will do, that changes will be visible to this main also. So the solution is, instead of passing the values only, instead of passing the values only, so we will pass the address also. Okay, like this. Uh, Here I will pass the address, and address is stored in ARR variable. Here I will pass indexes. Okay, indexes where I need to make the changes. Okay, where I need to make the changes. Suppose here I am passing 0th index, and here I am passing 3rd index. Okay, so here array will get received. Okay, and indexes are getting received. So now if I will be, now in the logic, what I have to do, at temporary variable I have to put array of I, and at array of I need to put array of j, and at array of j I will be putting 10. Okay, so if I now run this, 0 3, so if I now run this, so now I am able to swap array of 0 with array of 3. Okay, so this is the working function that will be able to swap the two values of the array. So let us see that how this is working by building a stack. So here is a stack. Here first my main function will be called. Inside main there is some array. Okay, suppose this array is at fork location, and after this we are calling after printing array of 0 and array of 3, we are calling swap method inside main function. So what parameters we are passing? First of all, for this you know for making changes in the array itself, okay, we need to pass the address also. Okay, so first of all we will pass the address, that is 4k, that means ARR. Here you can see, here we are passing ARR, that means 4k, and two indexes that we want to swap. Okay, not indexes but values, but we are passing indexes here. Okay, 0 and 3rd index. Suppose in array we have 1 2 3 4 5, and indexes are 0 1 2 3 4. So we are swapping this value with this. Okay, so when swap function will be called, new stack frame will be made. Okay, and here 4k and 0 comma 3. So what swap function is doing, these three lines. Okay, there is some temporary variable which will be holding ARR of this is I and this is j. Okay, here 0 3 4k will be received. So I is 0 and j is 3. Okay, at temporary we are putting this 0th index value, that is 1. Okay, so temporary holding 1, and at ARR of 0, that means at 4k location pay on 4k locations at 0th index, we are putting array of j, that is array of 3, which is 4. Okay, so at array arr of 0 we are putting 4, and at arr of j, that is j in this frame. So whenever you will look at the values of I, j, arr, so you will be looking in this respective frame. Okay, this one. Okay, here the value of I is 0 and j is 3. So at arr of 3 we will be putting temporary, which is 1. Okay, so at array of 0 comes 4, and at array of 3 comes 1. So resultant array will look like 4, 2, 3, 1, 5. So this swap function is working because we are going inside this array. Okay, okay, so now why this function is working, because we have made changes in the arr. Okay, so matlab main function is also pointing to this arr, and swap function is also pointing to this arr. Okay, means they are sharing, they are kind of sharing this arr. So that was why the change is made here. That's 4, 2, 3, 5, 1, 5 will be reflected to both, to main also and to swap also, because we have one arr na, one arr shared by both. Okay, so no matter in what function frame it is, but both are making changes or both are calling the same array arr. Okay, because at 4k location there is only one arr na, so both are making changes at the 4k locations array. So that's why the changes are visible in the whole program. Okay, so this is why we need to, why that's why we say that Java, in Java there is call by value and not call by reference. Okay, so call by value and call by reference, we will see this in next video. Okay, for now, hope you guys are able to understand this concept. Okay, that how swapping is possible inside Java. So let me re-explain in 1 to 2 minutes again whatever we have done. So uh, so this is the previous swap function that is not working. Why it was not working? Because here in the swap function we are passing values 3, 5. Okay, so here the swapping was working. Okay, but was not reflected in the main function, because main function is not knowing that the changes that are made in the arr only. Okay, so we want main function to know that the changes that we made here are are for the arr array only. Okay, so here main function, because we are printing after swapping, we are printing values here's something here. Okay, see, so this line. Okay, but main function doesn't know that the changes are made to arr only. Okay, we did in the newest program. So in the main, when we call swap, we pass the address of the array also. Okay, so let me give you a real life example. So there are there is some labor, and I say this is labor to make changes in some house. Okay, so this is the house. So I have to tell the address now that this is the address where house is present. Okay, you have to reconstruct the house or build some part of it. Okay, or decorate some room of it. So I have to tell the address. Without address, it will not be knowing that where house is present or where I need to make the changes. Okay, so huh, don't give this example anywhere else. Okay, so just for understanding, I gave you this example. So this is all about how swap function works in array, and let us see you guys in the next video. Till then, bye bye, take care.